When was the last time you received a phone call, text message, or you saw on social media a family or friend is celebrating a milestone, such as she said yes, followed by a bridal shower and a wedding, or the new couple announces we're having a baby, followed by an extravagant gender reveal and the shower? Or maybe it's the graduation, the birthdays. There's a number of reasons that people celebrate, and you feel, well, obligated to give them a gift. And if we're being honest, sometimes when we open our gifts, we're so excited, they kind of lose their luster over the next 30 days or 30 minutes. And when you give the gift, sometimes you're just thinking, you know what? What did I give to begin with? You're totally have forgotten after the first 30 days. But what if I can share with you a gift that keeps on giving for generations to come? The gift of crowdfunding your new home. Are you ready? Most of you are familiar with the idea of crowdsourcing information from communities, friends that come together and give you valuable information, such as the Waze app. That's pretty popular, so chances are you have that downloaded. And the Waze app, of course, is a GPS. It gives you directions, but it also alerts you to traffic conditions, and it alerts you to slow down because there's a police officer ahead and you know who you are. And you definitely find that to be a valuable feature. But the crowdsourcing is popular. I mean, you can Google things. You can find out about restaurants. Do I want to eat there? A number of things. Now, the concept that you may not be familiar with is crowdfunding. And that's what I'm going to introduce you to. Crowdfunding is very similar to crowdsourcing, where your community of family and friends will help you raise the money for your down payment, your closing costs, and other expenses that are related to you moving into your brand new home. And let's face it, you already have the registries. They're already buying things for you. How about giving them the option of helping you with your down payment? Because you can give them a link where they can use that link while they're shopping online for your gifts. We're going to talk about the best way for you to raise as much money as you can using the tools that you use multiple times a day. Well, we're going to cover the questions that I'm sure you have, such as, well, what is crowdfunding exactly? How do I qualify for it? What are the strings attached? And we're going to also address some of the light bulb moments that you may not have even thought to ask. And if you haven't already, subscribe, press the bell, and give us a thumbs up. Now, let's take a listen to CMG Home Loans crowdfunding program, Funded.
Home Funded is the first and only down payment gifting platform designed by a mortgage lender to help you buy a home sooner with a larger down payment. It's down payment assistance reinvented.
Debbie Dowder is thinking there's got to be a catch.
Right.
So the idea that is, I'm still catching on that there is no catch. I'm still trying to wrap that around my mind that this is actually a legitimate thing.
This program is just amazing. It's an avenue for people to achieve that home ownership quickly with assistance really from the public. So it's a very successful program. It really does work.
This particular program has been around for 7 years. What's been the largest amount raised by someone through this program?
$44,000.
$44,000. That's a nice down payment.
Any part of the transaction for real estate, down payment, closing costs, realtor compensation, anything. Anything that deals with this property purchase, it can be used towards.
Our first light bulb is, what is a first-time home buyer? Now, obviously, you know what the traditional meaning of first-time buyer is, someone who's never bought a home. But what you may have forgotten is a first-time home buyer is also the person who's not owned a home in the past 3 years. So if you're currently leasing a home, you may still qualify for the privileges of a first-time home buyer. And with Funded, if you are a first-time home buyer, it will give you $2,000 additional dollars into your account. So thinking of a bridal registry, I mean, that's a great time instead of getting, everything, including, you already have the vacuum cleaner. You have the vacuum cleaner. You already have your dishes. How about redirecting some of those gifts toward a gift, your down payment? What does it cover? Down payment, closing costs? Tell us more what that, and if they're shopping for your bridal registry, baby registry, graduated from high school or college, they're already using some of these retailers. And so tell us a little bit more of just a few of the retailers that are out there. And there's a lot, so I know you're not going to be able to cover them all. But what are some of the more popular retailers that you're seeing people use?
With Uppit, you and your supporters can start shopping online from the Uppit store link as soon as your page goes live. A percentage of each purchase will be pledged back to your down payment. There are over 1,000 participating retailers like Target, Petco, Overstock.com, and other stores you know and love. Uppit pledges never expire, so you can set up a campaign and shop with Uppit even if you don't plan to buy for a long time. With Home Funded, you set a down payment goal and start accepting gifts from family and friends. It's easy and it's online, and anyone can give. Each contributor can give up to $5,000.
There's over 900 retailers on the list. There's Macy's, Target, Walmart, Petco, everything, Chewy, online, everything is on this website. You can literally shop completely online and get up to 10% of your purchases back to you in the form of cash to buy a home. People would be more apt to give more money when they know that their donation is going towards buying a home and not towards an air fryer. So I mean, it's a really good program. You can list it right in your registry, and they can donate to you right there.
It's just innovative thinking of home ownership, especially if there's other people out there that don't know how to contribute to helping you. This is the great way of doing it. If they don't have the money to help them with the Home Funded, they can share the link. If they share the link on platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, and in LinkedIn, they are contributing $30 on those 3 sites. So they're not giving money just by sharing every day to those 3 sites. They automatically get $30. So all their friends can share it as well. That's an additional $30, and it just keeps growing. So it doesn't have to be monetary. They can share the link and still make money.
Some people on social media all day, and that includes the work hours. So they could share all day long and let that account just really, really grow. And that's a really cool thing, because especially if you're a Gen Z, well, many people, they're on social media. And when you're not really asking them to do much, just to share a link, well, that's pretty motivating. That's an easy lift.
Now, let's take a pause for our station identification. Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people just like you sell and buy homes in and around our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I realize you can find out quite a bit online: bedrooms, baths, square feet, price. But what you may not be able to discover is how people really live their lives in our different communities, cities, and suburbs. Well, that's where I come in. I hop in the car and I drive around so you can have the bird's eye view, VIP access of how people really live their lives. And if you like to be in the know, then you're going to want to subscribe below, press the bell. You'll be notified anytime anything goes down around town. And don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Now, back to the video.
With the maximum of their donation being $5,000, whether they use the link to shop or just directly put it into your account. Every time they shop, a percentage of their shopping, it depends on the vendor and the store, will go toward your funded account. And don't forget, if you or the people you know share your link on social media, then you get more funds into your account. A couple of things I want to ask you, because I know people are thinking it. How is it that easy, that simple? And how is it different from like the GoFundMe pages?
So unlike GoFundMe, there are no fees with this program. You're not paying a transaction fee. It's absolutely free.
Okay, so if I decide to give to someone's fund, I'm not going to get a tax write-off for it. It's just a gift, as if I went to Target or Barney's or wherever to give them a gift. I'm done. Correct. And there is no tax implication for them to receive the money.
Correct.
Okay, so 100% of what I give, they get.
Correct.
Including if I'm sharing the links, they're getting all of that 100%.
That is right.
Okay, so here's question number 2 that I know people are going to ask. Well, I'm just going to shop around and see if my lender will do that for me. Maybe they've got something similar.
No other lender in the country has this program. We are the only lender that offers this program to anyone. There is no other lender you can go to and ask about this. These funds can also not be used with another lender. So you're going to use CMG Home Loans for your financing.
In my mind, okay, you could throw me under the bus, but in my mind, from my experience, there are quite a bit of stipulations that are involved with down payment assistance program. If you like it, you go for it. But I'm here to give you a different option where you may not have to jump through as many hoops or go through, as much as you may have to when you go through the down payment assistance programs. So what would you say may be some things to consider if you're comparing this one to a down payment assistance program? And let's face it, you're a lender. I mean, you do this for a living. You're not a hobbyist. So you also see many, many different down payment assistance programs. So if you can just share with us briefly, from a lender perspective, from someone who is qualified to help people participate in those down payment assistance programs, how would you say this one is the way to go? Because you said we can't combine them. You have to pick one. So why would I want to pick this one?
So I do lots of down payment assistance programs. They are great. We do a lot of them. So there's nothing bad about them. But down payment assistance programs have a minimum credit score requirement, and they also have a maximum income limit. So you are not able to make over a certain dollar amount in the county you're looking at purchasing. So they can be restrictive. Also, what I tell people is down payment assistance programs have higher interest rates than what you would normally see on the market. And that's because, truly the government does nothing for free. If they're going to give you the money for the down payment and it's going to be forgivable, they're going to charge you a little higher interest rate for that. So you are going to be paying a higher rate, have a little higher payment for it. And it's a fantastic program for people that do not have the money. Now, this particular program, there are no fees. The interest rates are going to be exactly the same as if you were going to, just lock online for a normal loan if you didn't use any down payment assistance. There are no income limits, so you can make whatever you like. There's no maximum amount of money you can make, and there are no credit score requirements. So you can have whatever credit score you want, and you can utilize these funds. So it's a lot more flexible. If someone is going to give you money, and if you're using a government loan, we normally, as a lender, have to go and ask them for a copy of their bank statement to verify the funds were available, and also have them write out a gift letter. But with this particular program, none of that is needed. We're not going to verify that they have the funds in their account. We're not going to ask them to write a gift letter, nothing. So they can donate using their name if they'd like. They can donate anonymously if they'd like. There's absolutely no documentation required.
And the maximum a donor can contribute is $5,000.
This is not your ordinary down payment assistance program. Normally, when we think about the government-backed down payment assistance programs, there's some stipulations. One of which is you have to have a low enough income for them to support you in this program. But what I do realize is that many of our new home buyers, they have a pretty substantial income. So you wouldn't even qualify for one of the government-backed down payment assistance program that we traditionally think of. The other thing that you have, what makes this program so special, is that there's no limitations to where you will live, the property, the zip code. You can choose whatever home you want at whatever price of the home, because this fund is for you to use without any strings attached or any type of restrictions on how you use your money to purchase your home.
As an added bonus, every time you or someone you know shares your campaign on social media through the buttons on the campaign page, you'll earn an extra $10 towards the closing cost grant. Sharing your story tells your network you're trying to buy a home and might even help you get more gifts. As a second bonus, for each $1 you earn on Up It pledges, you get another $2 towards your closing cost grant. For example, A 4% rebate pledge from Walmart now works out to an amazing 12% in value. So don't forget to tell your supporters to do all their shopping from your campaign page. With Home Funded, you could be ready to buy much sooner than you ever thought possible. When you're ready to start shopping for a home, you can use all of your gift funds. Then at closing, any additional grants and up-it pledges will be automatically applied.
By sharing that link with them, they press the button where they're ready to sign up for their campaign. And it's going to ask them a series of 7 questions: their name, their information, when are they looking to purchase, questions like that. Very easy to navigate. It gives them steps 1 through 7 of what they need to do to finish setting up their campaign. It's not difficult at all. And once they generate a link, the fun part is sharing it with everyone. But there's nothing like this on the market where we're helping you raise the money and in turn we're giving them $2,000. And then you have all those retailers that believe in the cause that have participated with us. So if those large retailers that are well known, if they vetted us, this is a legit program. They're willing to contribute to us as well, to contribute to the potential buyer to purchase their home.
And they've had donors from all over the world. It's not just local. Once you share this online, if people start sharing it and posting it, we have people in different countries that'll even donate $5, $10, whatever, because you get to put your own story on your page and tell people what you're looking at doing, your photos, and a lot of people will donate because there's a soft spot in their heart and they want to give and help other people.
Try to remember this light bulb moment, that your story has to be compelling. I mean, you are on social media. You are sharing it with your friends. The more compelled they are to help you, because they love you and they're going to support you regardless. But when they really know how important it is for them to play a valuable part in your home purchasing journey, they're more encouraged to give to your fund.
And you're right, Vince, we're in a very global society. So I may have family members in Germany, but they can still participate. It's not confined to the US. You can do this wherever you are.
If you're going to be looking 3-4 months down the line, start now. Start for fund. So when you are ready, you have that money in reserve to use towards your down payment or your closing cost. There's
no expiration to your home funded. You can start them out as young as you can. Just like with a college fund, you start them out early because by the time they're college age and ready to leave, it's going to be really expensive. Well, the same with home ownership. If you start them out young, you can start them out in the crib. By the time they grow up and they're old enough to get out of your crib and get their own crib, then they'll have a nice fund to help them get there.
I talk to so many people who want it, but they have no idea of how to get it because getting it seems so out of reach that they just don't even try.
This is another light bulb moment that's really important. It's not the pretty and the fun, but it's a real talk. Let's say, for example, life happens and for whatever reason, you're not able to move forward with the home. Just remember, the funds are specifically for your home. If some reason you don't move forward with the home, you don't get that cash to go on a shopping spree or to an extravagant vacation, the people who have contributed to your fund, they will be refunded their donation because they've poured their love and support in your home purchasing journey, not your vacation. So hopefully you can pull it together and keep it together so you can actually use the funds to go to your new home. Well, my goal in this video is to share with you an innovative idea, options, opportunities to help you purchase your new home. Now listen, I'm not a spokesperson for CMG Home Loans or the Funded program. I just wanted to expose you to this program. So if you have a specific question that we didn't cover, I'm going to have their information in the description part of this video. And I will also include a link that you can use if you're ready to hit the ground running, share your link, social media, and share it with the people who, they're your community. They love and will support you in this journey. Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell, the DFW Life, and normally I drive around our different communities, cities, and suburbs, but I wanted to do something differently. I wanted to help empower you with the option of a different way of thinking about home ownership, because I do realize affordability is a real thing and it affects real people. So if you are thinking about making your move in and around one of our cities, communities, or suburbs, comment below, grab one of those one-on-one consultation links so together we can better realize where is the best place for you to create your new memories and call home.